In exactly 506 days, India will witness something it's been dreaming about for 15 years. A bullet train slicing through the Western Corridor at 320 kilometers per hour, cutting a 7-hour journey down to just 2. But here's what Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw just revealed in his latest statement that nobody saw coming, and it could change the way 140 million people travel forever. But before we dive in, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button and leave a comment. I subscribe. And I'll personally welcome you into the family. With that said, let's get started. August 15th, 2026. That's the date circled in red on every railway enthusiast calendar right now. Because that's when Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw has officially promised India's first bullet train will begin commercial operations between Mumbai and Ahmedabad. Not soon. Not in a few years. A specific date for a specific revolution. Let me tell you about someone who's been waiting for this moment longer than most. Meet Rajesh Patel. 52 years old. Runs a textile export business shuttling between Mumbai and Ahmedabad. For 28 years, Rajesh has lived the same exhausting routine. Wake up at 4:30 a.m., catch the 6 a.m. Shatabdi Express, arrive in Ahmedabad by 12:30 p.m., already exhausted before his first meeting even begins. The 7-hour train journey has cost him more than time. It's cost him his daughter's school plays, his son's cricket matches, countless family dinners. He tried flying. Sure, it's 50 minutes in the air, but add security checks, airport transfers, weather delays, and suddenly that 8,000 rupee ticket feels like a luxury he can't afford every week. So when Rajesh first heard about the bullet train in 2017, he laughed it off. Another political promise that'll take 30 years, he told his wife. Then September 14, 2017 happened. Prime Minister Modi and Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe laid the foundation stone together. Japan committed 88,000 crore rupees as a loan at just 0.1% interest, payable over 50 years. The same Japan that revolutionized high-speed rail with the Shinkansen in 1964, carrying over 10 billion passengers with 0 fatal accidents in 60 years. Rajesh started believing. But what he doesn't know yet is that this bullet train isn't just about speed. It's about to completely rewrite his business model, his family life, and the entire economic geography of Western India. Let's talk about the route, because this is where things get really interesting. 508 kilometers. 12 stations. Connecting India's financial capital to India's commercial heart through 8 stations in Gujarat and 4 in Maharashtra. Here's the complete journey. You start at Mumbai's Bandra Kurla complex, India's new business district where land costs 1 lakh rupees per square foot. Then Thane, Virar, Boisar, Vapi, every station unlocking a new Tier 2 city. Then Bilimra, Surat, Bharuch, Vadodara, Anand, and finally Ahmedabad, ending at Sabarmati. Now, let me introduce you to Priya Desai. 34 years old. Diamond trader in Surat, the city that processes 90% of the world's diamonds. Priya makes the Mumbai run twice a week, carrying 50 lakh rupees worth of diamond samples in a reinforced briefcase handcuffed to her wrist. The security anxiety alone keeps her up at night. Her current options? The Shatabdi Express takes 6.5 hours, and she's constantly worried about theft in crowded compartments. Flying costs 8,000 rupees each way, and flight delays have made her miss crucial client meetings 3 times this year. But here's what changes everything for Priya. Mumbai to Surat on the bullet train, 2 hours 20 minutes. Not 6.5 hours. Not the stress of airport chaos. A smooth, predictable, safe journey where she can work on her laptop the entire time, arriving fresh for her 11 a.m. client meetings. Estimated ticket price? 3,000 rupees. For Priya, this isn't luxury. It's liberation. And here's where Japan's credibility matters. The Shinkansen has carried 10 billion passengers over 60 years without a single fatal accident caused by the train itself. That's a safety record no other transportation mode can match. Not cars, not planes, not buses. But here's where it gets controversial. To build this 508-kilometer corridor, India had to acquire 1,400 hectares of land. Over 6,000 families faced relocation. Farmers in Gujarat protested for months. saying their ancestral land was being seized for a train for the rich. And that's not even the part that has economists worried. 1,08,000 crore rupees. That's more than India's entire education budget for 2023. And critics are asking, is India building a luxury train for the elite while millions still can't afford basic 20 rupee unreserved tickets? Let's break down the math honestly. Currently, a Mumbai-Ahmedabad flight costs 4,000 to 8,000 rupees and takes 50 minutes. The Shatabdi Express costs 1,000 to 1,500 rupees but takes 6.5 hours. The bullet train is estimated to cost 2,500 to 3,500 rupees and will take 2 to 3 hours. So yes, it's more expensive than the Shatabdi. But here's what a 2022 feasibility study by IIM Ahmedabad revealed. The projected ridership by 2030 is 40,000 passengers per day. That's 1.4 crore passengers annually, generating 12,000 crore rupees in revenue per year. This isn't just about moving people faster. It's about economic velocity. Let me tell you about Ankit Sharma. 27 years old. Founded a fintech startup in Vadodara. Got offers from investors in Bangalore who wanted him to relocate. But Ankit's parents are aging, his roots are in Gujarat, and the thought of leaving them behind felt impossible. Then he heard about the bullet train. Suddenly, I don't have to choose, Ankit told me. I can live in Vadodara near my family, take the bullet train to Mumbai for investor meetings, and be back home the same evening. This isn't about rich versus poor. It's about unlocking Tier 2 city potential for people like me. And history backs him up. When Japan launched the Shinkansen in 1964, critics called it wasteful. But between 1964 and 1980, the regions connected by the bullet train saw a 400% GDP growth. Cities like Osaka and Kyoto didn't just survive alongside Tokyo, they thrived. But critics point to one terrifying comparison: China. China built the world's largest high-speed rail network, 40,000 kilometers connecting every major city. It's an engineering marvel. It's also drowning in $900 billion of debt, with most routes running unprofitably. So here's the critical difference for India. Japan is lending at just 0.1% interest, basically free money. The repayment period is 50 years. And crucially, the deal includes complete technology transfer, meaning India will learn to build future corridors independently, creating a domestic high-speed rail industry. This isn't just infrastructure spending. It's strategic knowledge acquisition. But here's what will blow your mind. This Mumbai-Ahmedabad corridor? It's just the beginning. The Indian government has already sanctioned 7 more high-speed rail corridors. Let me list them because this is jaw-dropping. Delhi to Varanasi, 865 kilometers. Delhi to Ahmedabad via Jaipur, 886 kilometers. Mumbai to Nagpur, 753 kilometers. Mumbai to Hyderabad, 711 kilometers. Chennai to Mysore, 435 kilometers. Delhi to Amritsar, 459 kilometers. Varanasi to Howrah, 760 kilometers. Add them up. That's a total network of 5,069 kilometers of bullet trains planned by 2035, connecting 18 states across India. And according to a 2021 Niti Aayog report, this network is projected to add 15 lakh crore rupees to India's GDP by 2040 through productivity gains, real estate appreciation, and tourism booms. Think about what this means. A student in Varanasi could attend a conference in Delhi and be back the same day. A business owner in Hyderabad could expand to Mumbai without relocating their family. A couple in Chennai could visit aging parents in Mysore every weekend without losing their entire Saturday to travel. Let me tell you about Meera Iyer. 45 years old. Works as an IT consultant in Chennai. Her elderly parents live in Mysore, 350 kilometers away. Every weekend, Meera faces the same heartbreaking choice. Spend 7 hours driving through dangerous highways to see her parents, or miss another week of their limited time together. When she heard about the Chennai-Mysore bullet train, she calculated the math through tears. Current drive, 7 hours, exhausting, stressful. Proposed bullet train, 2.5 hours, safe, comfortable. I could have breakfast with my mother and be at my office desk by noon, Mira said. That's not luxury. That's giving me back years with my parents I thought I'd lost. But then engineers revealed the real challenge nobody anticipated. To complete the Mumbai-Ahmedabad corridor, engineers need to build a 21-kilometer undersea tunnel beneath Thane Creek. India's first ever underwater rail passage. Think about the complexity. Mumbai sits on unstable soil. The region faces brutal monsoons that flood streets within hours. And seismically, it's in Zone 3, with moderate earthquake risk. Critics said it couldn't be done safely. But Japan had an answer. They'd already completed the 53.9-kilometer Seikan Tunnel in 1988, the world's longest undersea tunnel connecting Honshu and Hokkaido. 60 years of operation, millions of passengers, zero incidents. The engineering behind this is mind-blowing. The tunnel will use the new Austrian tunneling method, the same technique used for the English Channel Tunnel. Massive tunnel boring machines, each the length of a football field, will drill through seabed rock at 15 meters per day. The tunnel will have emergency exits every 500 meters, fire-resistant concrete walls rated for 1,200 degrees Celsius, and real-time seismic monitoring systems. The Japanese engineers working on this project have experience building undersea tunnels in some of the most earthquake-prone zones on Earth. If anyone knows how to build safely underwater, it's the team that's doing it. And here's something most people don't know. The bullet train will run on a completely dedicated track with no level crossings. That means no vehicles, no pedestrians, no animals can ever cross the track. This eliminates 90% of railway accidents in India, which are caused by level crossing collisions. The trains themselves are engineering masterpieces. They're designed to withstand earthquakes up to 7.0 magnitude. If sensors detect seismic activity, the trains automatically brake to a complete stop within 300 meters, even at full speed. The aerodynamic nose design reduces noise pollution to just 75 decibels at 320 kilometers per hour, quieter than a vacuum cleaner. Each train will have 10 coaches carrying 750 passengers, with rotating seats so you always face forward, onboard Wi-Fi, charging ports at every seat, and accessibility features for differently abled passengers. The station platforms will have platform screen doors, exactly like airport gates, preventing any accidents. Now let's talk about where we actually are right now, because the progress report might surprise you. As of November 2024, here's the honest reality. The Gujarat section, 320 kilometers, is 72% complete with civil work. Track laying has reached advanced stages. In Maharashtra, 155 kilometers, land acquisition is 95% complete. Of the 52 major bridges required, 24 are finished and 28 are under construction. The National High-Speed Rail Corporation Limited, the agency executing this project, is working with over 12,000 workers across 350 construction sites simultaneously. They're pouring concrete for viaducts, the elevated structures that will carry the tracks. 289 kilometers of the route will be on viaducts, 21 kilometers in tunnel, and the rest at ground level. But here's the delay history nobody wants to talk about. Original target, December 2023. Revised target, August 2026. Fingers crossed. Why the delays? Land acquisition battles dragged on for years. Farmers demanded higher compensation. Environmental clearances took longer than expected. COVID-19 shut down construction for 8 months in 2020 and 2021. And technical modifications to the undersea tunnel design added unexpected timelines. People are skeptical. And honestly, they have reason to be. But let me tell you about Vikram Joshi. 38 years old. Was earning a comfortable salary as a structural engineer in Germany. Left it all to work on the bullet train project as a senior engineer. His friends thought he was insane. Every day, someone tells me I'm building a train for the rich, Vikram said. You know what I tell them? My grandfather helped build the Delhi Metro in the 1990s. Back then, everyone called it wasteful, unnecessary, a project for elites. Today, 6 million people ride it daily. It's the lifeline of the city. And that's not rhetoric. That's provable history. In 1998, When Delhi metro construction began, critics said the exact same things. Too expensive. Won't be used. India doesn't need this. Today, the Delhi metro carries 2.3 billion passengers annually, generates 4,000 crore rupees in revenue, and has become the backbone of the national capital region's economy. Property values near metro stations increased by 30 to 50% within 5 years. New business districts emerged in areas that were previously undeveloped. Gurgaon transformed from farmland to a corporate hub because the metro made it accessible. The same pattern will repeat with the bullet train, but on a much larger scale. But here's what changes the credibility game for the bullet train. Ashwini Vaishnaw's track record. Since becoming railway minister in 2021, Vaishnaw has rolled out 58 Vande Bharat trains in just 24 months. Compare that to the previous administration, 2 trains in 3 years. He's operationalized 3 new Vande Bharat manufacturing plants. He's reduced average train delays by 23%. He's introduced the first aluminum-bodied freight trains, reducing weight and increasing efficiency. Under his leadership, Indian Railways has become profitable for the first time in decades. The 2023-24 financial year showed an operating ratio of 98.1%, meaning for every 100 rupees earned, only 98.1 rupees were spent. That's a historic achievement. If anyone has the execution capability to deliver the bullet train, it's this administration. And in a recent statement that sent shockwaves through the industry, Vaishnaw announced a phased rollout. Partial operations by December 2026 on the Gujarat section between Surat and Vapi, 50 kilometers, as a trial run. Full route completion by June 2027. Not we'll try. Not we hope. Specific dates, backed by measurable progress. So the countdown is real. 506 days until August 15, 2026. But here's the question that matters more than any timeline. What happens if this actually works? Close your eyes for a second. Imagine this. You wake up in your Mumbai apartment at 6:30 a.m. You have a 9 a.m. client meeting in Ahmedabad. You grab a coffee, take a 20-minute Uber to Bandra Kurla Complex Station, board the bullet train at 7:45 a.m., work on your laptop for 2 hours while gliding at 320 kilometers per hour through the Western Corridor, and walk into your Ahmedabad meeting fresh, prepared, on time. Meeting wraps at 2 p.m. You grab lunch, board the 3 p.m. train back, and you're home by 5:30 p.m., in time for your kids' 6 p.m. school play. That's not science fiction. That's August 2026. And here's the economic multiplier effect nobody's fully calculated yet. In Japan, cities connected by the Shinkansen saw property values increase by an average of 40% within 5 years. Real estate developers are already buying land near proposed bullet train stations in Surat, Vadodara, and Anand, betting on the same boom. Agricultural land selling for 50 lakh rupees per acre near Anand station is now being quoted at 2 crore rupees. That's a 300% increase before the train even runs. Farmers who initially protested the land acquisition are now realizing their remaining land has become exponentially more valuable. Job creation, 4 million direct and indirect jobs during construction. 50,000 permanent jobs in operations, maintenance, and support services. But here's what's more interesting. Ancillary businesses. Hotels near bullet train stations. Restaurants. Taxi services. Co-working spaces for professionals who want to work remotely while staying connected to metros. Language training centers as Japanese technology experts train Indian engineers. Manufacturing units for train components that will supply future corridors. Tourism explosion. Right now, Gujarat has incredible temples, heritage sites, and natural beauty, but they're inaccessible for weekend trips from Mumbai and Delhi. The bullet train turns Ahmedabad, Vadodara, and Surat into weekend destinations. Imagine leaving Mumbai Friday evening, spending Saturday exploring the Rani Ki Vav stepwell in Patan, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, visiting the Statue of Unity, the world's tallest statue at 182 meters, having authentic Gujarati thali in Ahmedabad, and being back home Sunday evening. Tourism revenue in Gujarat could double by 2030. And here's the environmental angle nobody talks about. The Mumbai-Ahmedabad bullet train is projected to replace 17,000 flights annually. That's 1.5 million tons of CO2 emissions avoided, equivalent to planting 67 million trees. The Japanese Shinkansen is the most energy-efficient mass transit system per passenger kilometer in the world. Electric trains powered by renewable energy grids could make this corridor carbon neutral by 2030. India is already planning solar farms along the route to power the trains directly. Compare that to cars and planes. A fully loaded bullet train consumes 1/6 the energy per passenger compared to flying and 1/3 compared to driving. Let me bring Rajesh Patel back into the story. Remember him from the beginning? The textile exporter who spent 28 years on exhausting 7-hour train rides? He's already booked a first-day ticket for August 15, 2026. His daughter, now 22, has joined his business after graduating. She plans to live in Mumbai and manage the office there while Rajesh stays in Ahmedabad, something impossible before. This project taught me something, Rajesh told me. India doesn't just copy anymore. We compete. We innovate. We build. But here's the question nobody wants to ask out loud. What if two cities empty out because Mumbai becomes too accessible? What if the bullet train just creates mega agglomeration around metros instead of strengthening regional hubs? Fair question. And Japan's experience answers it. When the Shinkansen connected Tokyo to Osaka and Kyoto, the fear was that everyone would move to Tokyo. The opposite happened. Osaka became a financial powerhouse. Kyoto's tourism industry exploded. Regional hubs didn't weaken, they strengthened because connectivity allowed specialization. We're already seeing it in India. IT parks are shifting to Surat, Vadodara, and Ahmedabad. Infosys opened a development center in Vadodara. TCS expanded in Surat. Manufacturing hubs are decentralizing to Gujarat because land costs 1/10 of Mumbai's. The bullet train doesn't pull everything to Mumbai. It spreads Mumbai's economic energy outward. Young professionals who want big city careers but can't afford Mumbai's 60,000 rupee monthly rent for a 1 BHK apartment can now live in Vadodara, pay 15,000 rupees for better housing, and commute to Mumbai when needed. Parents who move to metros for their children's careers can now stay in their hometowns because their kids can visit every weekend without sacrificing 2 days to travel. Entrepreneurs who couldn't access Mumbai's investor networks can now pitch their startups, attend networking events, and return home the same day. This is what inclusive growth actually looks like. And here's one more thing. The technology transfer from Japan means India will soon build these trains domestically. The integral coach factory in Chennai is already being upgraded to manufacture high-speed train coaches. By 2030, India could export bullet train technology to other developing nations, just like we export metro systems now. We've become the second largest metro builder in the world. The same trajectory awaits high-speed rail. So here's what I want to know from you. Would you pay 3,000 rupees to save 4.5 hours? Or is this bullet train really just a 1 lakh crore rupee gamble? Drop a train emoji in the comments if you'll ride it on opening day. Drop a hand emoji if you think we should have fixed basic trains first. And here's the real debate tearing up group chats right now. Should India build 7 more bullet train corridors and invest 10 lakh crore rupees into high-speed rail, or should we upgrade all existing railways and make 20 rupee tickets more comfortable for millions? There's no easy answer. But 506 days from now, this stops being a debate and becomes reality. The question isn't whether India can build a bullet train. Japan's already proving we can. The real question is whether the bullet train can build a new India. One where distance doesn't determine opportunity. Where your career doesn't require abandoning your family. Where a textile exporter from Ahmedabad and a diamond trader from Surat and an IT consultant from Chennai can compete globally without leaving their roots behind. August 15, 2026. The countdown has begun. And trust me, you'll want to be on that first train when history moves at 320 kilometers per hour.